guys, so I'm coming to you with a very exciting video. This is going to be my recommendations for a drugstore makeup starter kit. I don't know why I haven't done this before, I don't know, but what I'm going to give you are my favorite recommendations, like my ultimate recommendations if you are starting a makeup kit. And by kit I mean like a makeup bag for your personal use and you want to stay drugstore. So everything here obviously would be from the drugstore, and I'm just giving you my favorites, what I think is the best of the best that I have tried. And if I was making one for someone with my similar taste, similar interests, similar skin tone, similar skin type, this is what I would recommend. So just for reference, I have very oily skin. I like a full coverage situation, a matte face, and eyeshadows I can go from neutrals to colors. I kind of like it all. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just go through the steps of the face and tell you the products that I recommend. So we'll start with face, and the first thing I have is a face primer. And my favorite drugstore primer for oily skin is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This primer is about $4 in the drugstore, and it does what it needs to do. It helps your face stay matte, and I'm going to be honest with you, nothing keeps me matte for like 24 hours or all day long, or even all day of a work day. I usually sometimes have to blot. However, this helps prolong and it helps keep my skin matte for as long as possible. But what it also does is once I do blot, it doesn't like break the foundation down. It's just oily and I soak up the oil and it still looks good and my makeup still looks nice. So definitely recommend the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. Now, drugstore foundations. For a while, I was a fan of the Maybelline Dream Collection. I still am. The matte mousse, the liquid. However, something has really taken the cake for me in the drugstore in terms of the coverage, in terms of the finish, and just how comfortable and, you know, I like it. And that is the Loreal Infallible Pro Matte and Pro Glow Foundation. The reason why I'm giving you both options is, one, because you may have slightly less oily skin than I do, and you might want to try a little bit of a glow, but because, two, I wear them together. I mix them together. The matte is very nice just as it is. It's a little bit drier formula than the glow. I mean, you can understand that. However, when I mix the two together, they give me, they give me the beautiful, most natural matte finish in a foundation that I could ask for. I'm in the shade 112 Cocoa in the Pro Matte and in 212 Cocoa in the Pro Glow, and I really enjoy these two foundations, so highly recommend. They are, the coverage for the Pro Glow is a medium, the coverage for the Pro Matte is a medium. However, I get a full because they're buildable. So there you go, foundation. All right, then concealer. So concealer, I love concealer. There's a lot of concealers in the drugstore that I do like. However, I wanted to give you something that was most versatile and I think is the best for what it is. And that's a concealer palette. Because no, you don't need multiple concealers if you don't want to. However, I like to have a skin tone concealer, a concealer that's a little bit lighter, and some people like to have a concealer that's a little bit darker because they like to contour with concealer. I don't, but I understand the need for it and I understand the purpose, as well as color correctors. I love to color correct, and it's very beneficial for me in the under eye area. I like something a little bit peachy, orange, and it just works. And so in the drugstore, I think one product that can give you all of that is the NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour palettes. I have the one in medium here and the one in deep here. And what you get is 6 shades of products, 3 of which are concealer shades, and then you have a dark contour shade over here, and then underneath of that dark contour shade you get like an orangey peachy corrector and as well as a yellow corrector. So you get a lot in here. You get concealer shades that you can mix together to make your perfect shade. You can brighten a little bit, highlight a little bit, and as well as contour and correct any imperfections that you may have. This retails, so I think, about $11 I was gonna say in the grocery store. In the drugstore, just like the foundations, but I definitely recommend them. I like a thicker consistency, a thicker, creamier concealer, and so that works for me. It does a little bit better, it sticks a little bit better, and lasts a little bit longer. So that's my pick for concealer. Now we have our foundation, our concealer on. We need to set it with something. So here are my recommendations for some powders. You got, any of you watch my videos, you already know my recommendations for powder. And to set the under eye area, if you want something a little bit brightening, I recommend the Black Radiance True Complexion Soft Focus Finishing Powder. They have 3 shades of it. This is the yellowish shade. It's called Golden Almond Finish. I use this to set my under eye no matter what color my concealer is. If you want something skin toned, different things like that, you can go in with the milk chocolate finish all over the face. This one works really well. This powder is exactly what it says, soft focus finishing powder. It sets to a natural matte. It keeps my face all intact, everything looking really nice and natural. However, it does give a little bit of color, a little bit of coverage. I'll put this powder on, especially the darker one. If I have a foundation that's a little off, I can go ahead and put that powder all over my face and none would notice. Now, I also want to give you another powder. If you're just not a liquid foundation person and you like a powder with a little bit more coverage, a little bit more pigment to it, a little bit more foundation, you know what I'm saying? And that's the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. Okay, I love this stuff. This is probably like my 4th one. This is by far a buildable to full coverage foundation. I'm in the shade Chestnut. NYX has a little array of colors. I want to say at least 15 different colors of this powder. It's a full coverage. It feels really soft, but it does have a little stick to it. Like, it does have a little bit of, it's not like this airy powder. It's a powder. It's not so much going to leave you cakey or whatever, but it makes you, lets you know, you're getting some coverage on your face. So I really recommend that as well. What else for our face? We need to contour. Now, you don't have to get all of these items, by the way. If you're not into contour, you don't need concealer, but these are just my favorite picks for a full face situation. Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. This is my favorite contour product from the drugstore. I wish it had a little bit more shade selection. This is the medium to dark palette. There is a lighter palette. I love that contour shade. It works very, very nicely on my skin. But yes, this, you have a sculpt shade in here as well as a highlighter. The highlighter is fairly decent. It's a nice, pretty, golden-y highlight. It doesn't pack enough for me and my dramaticness, however. But it's still decent nonetheless. And sorry, I'm getting a wipe. And so that contour palette will really it gives you 3 shades. It's about $6, $5 in the drugstore, and I really think it's a good addition to your kit if you want to contour with. You can always get a cool shadow, a nice brown shadow, or something like that as well. So we did contour. What we need now? Blush and highlight. I have everything laid out, like I actually prepped for this vid. Blush. My favorite blushes in the drugstore right now are by NYX, and they're the NYX Ombre Blushes. The ombre part, honestly, is not the part that sold me. It's just the shade selection. What they are blushes, of course, that are ombre in the pan, and see, this one's really used. You can see it was lighter at the top. I swirl my brush completely in it. This is the shade Nude to me. This is my favorite shade out of the bunch. It is a very nude. It has a slight shimmer to it, a slight golden that catches the light. I'm wearing that today on my cheeks. But yes, they have neutral shades, some lighter than that. And then this, they have, I'm showing you a couple other colors. They have super brights. This is Insta Flame. Look at that. All right. They also have, what is this one I have? Code Breaker. Look at this. Ooh. And then they have, I just purchased this one from IMAX. Feel the Heat. So they have a wide array of shades and a lot of interesting shades of blush. Look at that. A lot of interesting shades of blush. And decent coverage. Little goes a long way. I've had that Nude to me for a long time. Haven't even hit pan on it. A little bit goes a long way. And yeah, and it works. I recommend those blushes. There's a few other companies that make decent blushes, but my skin tone where I can get the best bang for my buck, definitely the NYX blushes, okay? And NYX has some cream ones and other ones. Those are my favorite, though, the ombre brushes. And then for highlight, there are a few drugstore highlighters, but my favorite one right now is the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick in Rose Gold. This is what it looks like. I guess it's taking that style of the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. and that's what it looks like. You can use these shades individually, or you can go in and use them and swirl them together. And I usually swirl like the bottom 4 shades together to get me a nice rose gold highlight like that. And it works. This is, I think, $6 at Ulta or on the Makeup Revolution website. Again, the shimmer brick, you got some versatility here. You can also use them as eyeshadows. The individual shades, individual colors that are distinctly different enough if you want to wear an eyeshadow, if you want to wear them as a single highlight. But yet when they swirl together, they also make something beautiful. So I'm a golden rose gold highlight person. They do have the shimmer brick in a lighter shade if you're a little bit lighter skin tone than I am. So there we go. So I think our face is done. I think our face is done. Now, oh wait, we got to spray our face. So there's a few setting sprays that have come out recently over the past year or two in the drugstore. But my favorite drugstore setting spray at the moment is the L'Oreal Infallible. This reminds me close to the Urban Decay. L'Oreal owns Urban Decay, so they might be the same. But then Scandinavia makes Urban Decay spray. I don't know, but it's really good. It's really decent. It's comparable to these high-end sprays. I really enjoy it. I was really obsessed with it for a while. This is like my 3rd bottle of it. You spray it on your face and it really, I think it smells really good too. It keeps the face matte once it dries and sets, of course. Keeps the face matte. It has added to the longevity of my makeup, and I really appreciate that. A close second is the Maybelline one. I'm honestly thinking they're the same thing, but because of that placebo effect, like I want in my mind for them to be different. But honestly, that Maybelline one, I don't know. I know L'Oreal owns Maybelline too, so they might be the same thing as well. But the L'Oreal one definitely is my favorite. Alright, so we sprayed our face, we got our face. We're gonna go to eyes. I usually do my eyes first in makeup, but my face products were right there first. Alright, so eyes. We're going to start with an eye primer. Honestly, the e.l.f. $1 eye primer is nice, but my favorite primer is the LA Girl Pro Prime. This is from the drugstore. The LA Girl Pro Prime, and this is in the shade. They have different shades. And this is the nude one. So they have a black, that uses a black base for my smoky eyes, and they have a white one as well. So what this is just a cream. It's a thick cream twist up pencil that you use as an eye primer, and I just blend it out on my lid. It does give the lid a little bit of tint, a little bit of neutralization, so you can go ahead and apply your brighter shades, your colors, and different things to your lid, and it sticks. Lasts all day. I have not had an issue with this eye primer. I switched to the Urban Decay Primer Potion only because I like the thinner consistency of the primer potion. However, if you don't mind the thickness of it, it is a great primer. It keeps your shades vibrant, beautiful, long-lasting, all day. No issues with this primer. Alright. Then we got our eyeshadows. So I'm going to tell you now, hands down, if you're looking for an eyeshadow palette, if you're looking for just a good variety of shades at a cheap, inexpensive price without being cheap quality, I gotta give it to Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has been banging the eyeshadow game out of the water like since the beginning of time. I have 2 of their 8 pans here. This is the Comfort Zone palette. This is like $4.99. You get 8 shadows in here. Hold on. Let me open it up. For about $4.99. They tell you in the palette where they could go if you just needed a guide. This one is if you want some color. This one is Poster Child. I have probably about 40 or so different Wet n Wild trios, and the 5 pan and the 6 pan. The quality is there. They're comparable to some high-end shadows. I gotta give it to Wet n Wild. No one makes drugstore shadows like this, palettes like Wet n Wild does. They are by far my favorite. Now I have a couple singles that I do need to recommend. If you're looking for cream eyeshadows, Maybelline Color Tattoos take the cake. I have one right here. These cream eyeshadows hit the scene a few years ago, and since then they've come out with limited edition collections and different ones, matte ones, different ones. If you can pick up a couple, this is Black Orchid. I think this is a limited edition shade. If you can pick up a couple, I definitely recommend. You see how it's cracked a little bit? It's still fine. I've had my very first color tattoo, which was my purple one. Yeah, it's probably like 5 years old. 4 or 5 years old, and it is still kicking and still creamy. And yes, these color tattoos, they make great bases for your eyeshadows. However, if you want to wear them alone, put it on your eye. Once you blend it out, you gotta move quickly. It sets and it's not going anywhere. 24-hour color tattoos, and they are true to their name. I really recommend these as a base or individual shadows if you're a cream shadow person. Now, single shadows in like the pressed pigment form, L'Oreal Infallible. This, if you want some beautiful standout shimmery shades, I recommend the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. There's a shade called Amber Rush, which is like a rose gold. Let me see. Oh my god, I was wearing it for like 2 months straight. I had to calm down because I wasn't wearing anything else in my collection. Hold on. Let me grab that one. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. This is Bronze Taupe, which is nice. In my hand, hold on, in my hand right here. And then here's Amber Rush, which is a beautiful rose gold. What they are a packed down pigment. So they come with this little stopper that you need to keep in the shadow. However, it's not exactly loose. And they are magnificent. So get a couple of these to be your lid shades or your pops of color or your highlight on your face. It's up to you. But I had to recommend those. I had to throw those in. Now, eyeliner. We're almost done. Eyeliner. NYX for liquid liner. Yeah, I can't give it to anybody else. My new favorite from NYX is the Epic Ink Liner. It's in black. I have the one in black. The tip is it's not too small, not too large. It is perfect to get that beautiful wing with no tape and no template. And it's skinny enough. Lasts all day. It doesn't claim to be, throw it at you. It doesn't claim to be waterproof. However, oh no, it does. I just lied. It does say waterproof. I didn't see that before because I was going to say it holds up to a lot of things. Tears, watery eyes, water, things like that. It takes me to use my oil. I use my oil to clean it off. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, comes in a couple colors. Or it could be the other NYX one that I can't remember the name of that comes in a bunch of colors. But these NYX liquid liners are the business. Now, I'm not a big fan of NYX pencil liners for like my waterline for the eye. Because I believe that the Rimmel Scandalized are much softer. And that's what I recommend for a waterline pencil. These come in plenty of colors. I have black here, classic black. They come, oh my god, they're so soft you barely have to touch your hand. They come in a lot, or your eye rather. They come in a lot of shades. I have navy blue, nude, a taupe shade, green, that purple. They have a lot of pretty colors that you can get a nice little eyeliner collection, and they're only about $3. So I really enjoy the Rimmel Scandalized liners. We're almost there. We're almost there. Then we have mascara. So for mascara, I have never met a Maybelline mascara I didn't like, and that's all I'm going to say. Here's the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I really like this one for length. They have the falsies, the colossal. This is what the brush looks like. I haven't found a Maybelline mascara I didn't like. Just look what you're looking for in your lashes. If you want volume, if you want length, if you want thickening, they have mascaras to meet those criteria, and try them. I can't even give you a favorite Maybelline mascara. It used to be the falsies a long time ago. Now I can't. I honestly cannot. So yeah, like, go into that Maybelline mascara situation. Alright, and then for your eyebrows, I actually just ran out of it and threw it away. My NYX Micro Brow Pencil is my favorite brow pencil from the drugstore. It reminds me of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. However, I'm liking the NYX better. I recently got a new Brow Wiz and I'm not liking it as much. Anyway, this is another pencil absolute, but I just want to show you. It's skinny like this. Skinny like this, comes in different shades. You're able to make hair-like strokes with your brows, and it's just a great brow pencil. I really enjoy it. The product stays in your brows. It lasts a while, and you're good to go. Okay? And then my brow gel. This one's kind of gross. $2 or sometimes $1 at the Dollar Tree. The e.l.f. Clear Lash and Brow Mascara. I don't use it for my lashes. I just use it for my brows. I like a little slick looking eyebrow, like a little wet looking. And this does that for me, but they stay in place. My brows are on until I wipe them off at the end of the day. If all my makeup was horrible, my brows are not going anywhere. So I really recommend that brow gel. Okay, lashes. Now, lashes are optional. Well, all of it's optional. Lashes are one of those things that it's a preference. Definitely, I love lashes. I love falsies. And my favorites from the drugstore are the Eyelure ones. Salon Perfect has good ones too, but Eyelure. These are the dramatic style. I'm very dramatic. I like dramatic lashes. I like double layered lashes, 2 layers of lash. I really like those style of lashes. Those are about $5.99. The Eyelure ones have like the Vegas Nay ones now, the beauty blogger ones. So they're really nice. They have a thicker band. They're not all clear band, so you need to be a little bit more advanced, I guess, with your liner to hide the band, or do a little bit better with putting them close to the lash line, because they do have thicker bands, but I don't mind it. And my favorite glue is the Salon Perfect Lash Glue. This is at Walmart. It's like $2 and some change. It dries clear. My lashes stay on all day, and when I pull them off, like sometimes I need makeup remover because they're still stuck after like 16 hours. It works. It does the job. It's in a squeezy tube, so I'll squeeze some out and put like some on a Q-tip and wipe it on my lash, and I'm good to go. We're almost there, you guys. Finally, lips. I'm gonna tell you now, I like NYX lips. This was between NYX and Milani. It was between NYX and Milani lip products that I like more, and I have to give it to Milani. But between well, no matter what you like, if you like lipsticks, these are their I call them the gold tube lipsticks. These in the gold tube, they come in so many different shades, mattes, satin, creamy finishes. If you wanted a nude, I recommend Naturally Chic. Oh my god, Naturally Chic is beautiful. It's more of a pinky nude though, but I love that shade. If you want a red, you got Matte Confident. I think every woman should have a red in their collection. There's a red for every woman. Yeah, Matte Confident. Beautiful. Those are their bullet lipsticks. They have so many shades. So many. Then if you're a lip gloss person, they have their Brilliant Shine lip glosses. These lip glosses are wonderful. They last the longest of any lip gloss that I own. This is just like a creamy pink shade. Pink Lady, that's what it's called. They have, again, you see, they have pinkness. They have opacity to them. They last a while. They're not super, super sticky, but they're thick enough to stay on your lips. And yeah, they're really good. And then Milani makes liquid lipsticks that I love too. The Amore Matte Lip Creams, and they have the metallic ones as well. These are the most comfortable liquid lipsticks. This shade is Beloved, or Beloved. They're the most... Oh my god, it smells so good. The most comfortable liquid lipsticks I own. They last all day. They don't do that chippy thing, that fadey thing in the middle of your lips. They last all day, and as they start to fade, it's a natural gradual fade where it looks like a stain. But they stay, when I say all day, I'm talking like 12 hours. And they have a great color selection, and they're inexpensive. Milani takes the cakes with all the lip products in the drugstore. They have great lip liners as well. Now they put out some new lip products like lip oils and lip balms and lip scrubs and things like that. So, yeah. You guys, those are my picks for a drugstore makeup starter kit. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in the video, go ahead and leave it down below. I love you all, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.